Let's talk about Solar Integrated Roofing Corporation, ticker SIRC. Welcome back, investors. So this is one I've been meaning to make for a few weeks now, and I finally got round to it. This is a very interesting company. Over the past 12 months, this stock has risen from as low as 3 cents about a year ago up to highs of nearly $3 in February this year. That's a whopping 100x. Just imagine if you had 100k worth of SIRC last May, you would have been a millionaire in February. However, since then it has pulled back to its current price of only 52 cents, which I believe is starting to look like a really good entry point. So stick around and let me explain to you what I think of this company. I think you're going to like what I have to say. So today we're going to be looking at who exactly are SIRC, plus developments in their industry. We will look at the very latest news, including why they have withdrawn their uplist documents. We'll look at the management team and what I feel are some very important additions to that team. We'll see an analyst price targets and do some technical analysis to form a strategy and determine a good entry point. Finally, we'll check the latest financials and note some important auditor comments. Before we get into the video, if you like the content, can I ask you to smash that like button? It literally costs nothing, but it helps me out so much. Small channels like this only grow if the videos are getting likes. It shows me that you want to see more content like this, but it also helps the video get seen by showing the YouTube algorithm that viewers like this type of content. I've been wanting to make this video for so long. Can you show your support to the channel and help me get to 200 likes? Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video with the potential to make you money. Again, this is 100% free and another great way to show your support for the channel. Make sure you watch the entire video and don't enter into any stock blindly without viewing all the information on offer. What do you think of SIRC, and what do you consider to be a fair value for this stock? What are your price targets for the next 6 months, for 1 year, for 5 years? Leave a comment down below. I want to know what you think. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and at the time of this video I do not hold a position in Solar Integrated Roofing Corp. Now let's get into it. Solar Integrated Roofing Corporation is a solar and roofing installation company specializing in commercial and residential properties with a focus on acquiring similar companies with a plan to expand nationally. The company is focused on becoming a nationwide leader in solar energy market with the goal of making it cost effective and energy efficient for customers. SIRC has a number of other companies part of the SIRC family, and these include McKay Roofing Incorporated, a long-established roofing company; Montross Incorporated, which is a roofing, decking and waterproofing company; Secure Roofing and Solar, which has been providing quality roofing and solar solutions for nearly 30 years; and SunPower by Milholland Electric, which is an award-winning premier solar and energy storage company serving all of California and New Mexico. All of these companies are located in San Diego, offering an all-for-one solution across a broad spectrum of services. It's combined 110 years serving local communities and decades of industry recognized and manufacturer partner certificate licenses and specialized training. So SIRC is positioning itself as a one-stop shop across a broad range of services that is trying to gain a large portion of several emerging markets and set itself up as a leader and a go-to company. As they say here, when you choose to work with SIRC family companies, you can expect a level of commitment and unified leadership that only family-run businesses can provide. Also in the SIRC family of companies since January this year is Inarev LLC, a solar solutions provider to residential and commercial properties. This was acquired after a successful joint venture pilot for a combination of cash and stock. The transaction, combined with anticipated synergies and growth opportunities, is expected to add up to $2 million per month to SIRC revenue by late 2021. Another company acquired by SIRC in 2021 is Cornerstone Construction. Now this is a very important acquisition for a number of reasons. The company designs and installs traditional solar and solar shingle arrays that integrate seamlessly into new and existing roofing systems. This represents the first step in the company's transition into nationwide roofing and solar solutions provider. Throughout 2020, Cornerstone moved strategically into new markets, including 5 different states, and completed over 1,000 installs of roofing and solar, generating over $15 million in sales with robust projected growth. Cornerstone have been featured in dozens of shows, podcasts and speaking engagements, including Forbes, Entrepreneur.com, Today, Business Insider and many more. Then in March, SIRC acquired Plimco. Again, this is a major acquisition for the company. A GAP-audited energy service and electric vehicles charging station solution provider to commercial and government customers. Plimco specializes in the design and implementation of solar photovoltaic systems. energy efficiency measures, and electric vehicle charging stations throughout the southwest. This is a fantastic acquisition for SIRC. Not only does it bring them into the EV sector, but it also provides entry into government contracts, which as we know can be massive. Between the EV charging market expected to surpass 39 billion by 2027 and the commitments being made by the Biden administration for its climate change and renewable energy resources, this is the kind of acquisition that will help push SIRC to the next level. As we see here from Seeking Alpha, from 2020 the state of California requires all new homes to have solar panels installed so they can provide some electricity needs themselves. Considering that 80,000 new homes are built in California each year, we can see the potential here. California will also ban new gasoline-consuming cars and light trucks by 2035. So to have the Plimco deal done will provide a huge source of revenue to the company in this area too. Together with its subsidiaries, SIRC operates in a number of states across the US, including New Mexico, which recently passed a bill that mandates that 100% of the produced energy in the state will come from renewable sources by 2045. Currently, only about 5% is produced by solar panels. This strategic policy, in combination with the already existing home solar power initiatives such as rebates, tax exemptions, and credits, is anticipated to boost solar panel installations of new homes in the state. Everything here is pointing to a very bright future for SIRC. So why is it that the share price has dropped so much in the last couple of months? Even over the past couple of weeks, the share price has seen a big drop, and this leads us on to some very recent news that I think has been overreacted to by investors. SIRC announces withdrawal of Form 10 registration statement. Now this is very big news from an investor's point of view. Something that this company had stated regularly over the past 6 months was that it was planning not only to expand, but to also uplist to the OTCQB with the intention of a future listing to the Nasdaq. SIRC had gotten their disclosures up to date in anticipation of uplisting and had filed for uplisting back in March. The process to uplist to the OTCQB takes about 60 days, and one of the requirements of this is that the company needs to be fully audited. But also, any business that the company has acquired also needs to meet the conditions for uplisting. In a number of interviews that I've seen over the past few months with CEO David Massey, he has spoken again and again about the amount of work that they are doing to get all the disclosures up to date. However, as we can see here, the company's board of directors has determined that audits of recent acquisitions cannot be completed before the Form 10 is deemed effective. Therefore, the company has made a strategic decision to finalize pending acquisitions, perform necessary audits of the acquired entities, and then refile for the Form 10 with the updated audited financial information as soon as is practicable. The rapid pace of acquisitions to grow the company have necessitated audited financials of each of the acquired entities, at which point they can refile the Form 10 with the SEC. This is the type of news that can be viewed very negatively by shareholders, but I think in this case I can totally understand why they've withdrawn the registration. Although they've withdrawn their intent for uplisting, it is still very much the future plan of the company. David Massey has also hinted at several acquisitions over the next few months, including a Texas company and an Indiana company. In an interview with Money TV, David Massey said that SIRC should see $100 million in sales and is planning 4 acquisitions in 2021. Another sign of the intent to grow the company through mergers and acquisitions can be seen with the recent acquisition of Build Out Unified Back Office Capabilities. Balance LLC is a business process outsourcing firm with the capabilities to support all recent and future acquisitions. Balance has service relationships with over 900 contractors across the nation, providing industry-leading administrative, estimating, supplementing, back office, billing, and project file management over 30,000 jobs. This acquisition shows that SIRC is serious about their expansion. Not only are they expanding on the front line, but they are also expanding their back office too. And this can be seen too in the recent appointments to the company that include a Senior Vice President of Mergers and Acquisitions. So the management team at SIRC is led by CEO David Massey, who has over 30 years of experience in the roofing industry. He turned Secure Roof into the largest residential roofing company in San Diego area and began installing PV solars on roofs in California as the green energy movement began. He has vast industry knowledge and a proven track record for expansion. Then we have Brian Milholland, who's president. He too has over 30 years of experience. He founded Milholland Electric in 1990, and that company was named as one of the fastest growing companies in 2016. Again, vastly experienced with a track record of being able to grow a company. Craig Wides joined the team in April as president of roofing for the Southern California region. He's a highly experienced and respected industry veteran with knowledge of strategy and finance who has started and grown several construction companies during a 40-year career. During April, SIRC also appointed renowned business leader Donald Pierce to the board of directors, and less than 2 weeks ago they announced the appointment of Don Lewis as senior vice president of mergers and acquisitions. In my opinion, this is a huge appointment for SIRC, the signal of intent on how the company plans to move forward. We spoke earlier that the company have withdrawn their application to uplist because their intention to grow significantly through their M&A strategy. This appointment confirms that they are aggressively pursuing this strategy. Mr. Lewis has played a key role in over 50 M&A in a wide range of industries, and he has served as CFO and vice president of several large firms. He's also had roles at some major companies, including Big Four auditing firm KPMG. This is exactly the type of experienced and well-connected professional that they need going forward. Being an OTC company, there aren't many analysts covering SIRC. Rob Goldman of Goldman Small Cap Research had a price target of 25 cents prior to January, and they raised the price target to 75 cents on the 4th of January. In the weeks after that, the share price rose rapidly up to $3 and then began to decline to where it is today. However, as we see here, they believe that these shares could trade north of $1 and beyond in 2021, especially as new companies are brought on board, which is exactly what they're doing. Looking at the past few months, we can see that incredible 4,500% gain from November until early February. As we know, at that point the market changed, and as with so many stocks like this one, they plummeted very quickly afterwards. As we can see here, apart from this huge dip at the start of March, SIRC has been moving in this downward channel for over the past 2 months, hitting these levels of support and resistance on numerous occasions without breaking, offering plenty of opportunities to swing trade due to the volatility seen here. However, I believe that we're coming to the end of this downward channel. As indicated over the past week or two, I think this stock is beginning to level out, and I believe that with continued good news and more acquisitions, this stock will soon begin to rise. I think this is a good point to start entering this stock. Stick around to the end of the video because I'll do a quick comparison between SIRC and some of the industry's leading companies to get an idea of where I think they're at. So let's take a look at the financial statements. First, I want to take a quick look at the most recent audited financials to take a look at the auditor's report, and then we will look at the most up-to-date and recent financials. This is all part of this Form 10, which was filed in March. The auditors have raised substantial doubt about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. The company's operating losses, cash used in operating activities, and accumulated deficit raise substantial doubt about its ability to continue as a going concern for 1 year from the issuance of these consolidated financial statements. Management's plans are described in Note 1, so let's take a look at Note 1. This is actually Note 2. Management continues to identify potential acquisitions of entities that have strong history of profitable results. Management is evaluating appropriate debt and equity options that can improve the working capital of the company as well as extinguish certain convertible notes outstanding. Our ability to continue as a going concern is dependent upon our ability to repay or settle our current indebtedness, generate positive cash flow from an operating company, and or raise capital through equity and debt financing or other means on desirable terms. So I just wanted to bring this piece of information to your attention so that you're aware of it. Although the auditors have raised the going concern issue, management has an M&A strategy in place, but they might also have to raise capital, which would mean some share dilution. So now let's take a look at the most recent financial statements. Looking here at the balance sheet, we can see that we have 8.5 million total assets and 10.5 million in total liabilities. Of this, only 300k is made up of cash. Something that I don't like to see here is goodwill accounts for a large portion of the assets. The liabilities is largely the same as the previous years and consists of debentures payable, derivative liabilities and accounts payable. Overall, this is not too bad, but it's not great either. But when you compare the current assets of 2.4 million to current liabilities of 8.8 million, this is a little bit worrying. That shows that they have 3 times more liabilities than assets, which are due in the next 12 months. So up to November 30th of this year. Then looking at the income statement, we can see here that revenue for the year was over 2.5 times the 2019 figure. And the gross profit was more than 3 times the 2019 figure. This is good and it shows improved margins. However, despite greatly improved revenue, they have still posted a net loss. But this net loss is approximately half the loss of the previous year. So they're definitely going in the right direction. And since then they have acquired several profit-making companies which should help boost future financial statements. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Before I give you my final thoughts on SIRC, what is your price target? Leave a comment down below, I'm interested to hear what you think. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, drop it a like, it really helps the video get out to more people. If you've watched all the way through, then fair play. I hope I've shared some information with you that you weren't already aware of, and I hope you found value in this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. So what do I think? First, I want to say this is an exciting time for SIRC. The progress they've made over the past few months has been very impressive, and the M&A strategy is seeing them expand rapidly. They're also entering the EV charger installation market, where they can leverage the designation as a Tesla certified installer, and they see this as an area that they can potentially grow with acquisitions of various EV charging installers nationally. They have also begun to accept cryptocurrency, which is positive and shows that this company is moving forward technologically. From a buying point of view, it's hard to determine the bottom for stocks that have been falling like SIRC has been for the last couple of months. However, I do think this is a good entry point because I think this stock has gone from hugely overvalued at $3 and has now dropped into undervalued territory. I have no doubt that after these mergers and management appointments, that this stock is in a far better place now than it was when it was actually at $3. Now, I just want to compare this with some of the other market-leading solar companies to give some perspective on valuations. As we can see here, SIRC's share price is currently 54 cents and they have a market cap of 89 million. SunPower Corporation has a share price of $23 and a market cap of 4 billion. Solar Edge Technologies has a share price of $220 and a market cap of 11 billion. And ENPH has a share price of $123 and a market cap of 16 billion. So there is huge potential here for SIRC to grow, but this is a long-term hold. Very, very long term. As always guys, this is just my opinion, and if anyone is thinking about buying into this stock, I encourage you to do your own research. As I said before, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice and should be viewed as entertainment purposes only. Thanks for watching the video. What are your thoughts on the future of solar integrated roofing? Catch you in the next